where they can cop a squat. Right now I am down to 39.77 to go, which is it's a fucking distance. Free. No, I see messages. Free. So, had somebody come in here yesterday and say, I'm going to send you 1K. And I already knew that it was bullshit. Nobody's going to be fucking doing that shit. Oh, speaking of that, I'm going to check it and look here and see what my PayPal balance is. Just so you guys know that I've already put some into the saving, as you can see. Identifying stuff in there. I've already put some in saving. $23.24 is what's in there. And as you can see, my balance is 0. When you guys send to the PayPal, please make sure you send it as friends and family. And also, please make sure that you put in there as well, car fund, truck fund. I'll take it out of there and I'll put it up in the here we go. Yeah. Where I'm going, it does snow. I hate the fucking snow, but I hate the heat more. I like it when it's comfortable temperature, have some days that are a little cooler than others. I can't deal with this excessive heat every single day. I am not going to tell people where I'm going, because it's not going to be anybody. I don't want people to know where I'm going. I don't want people to even know what state I'm in, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm going to keep that on the private side. It is closer to Maine. That's about all y'all are going to get on that. It is closer to Maine. That's that situation. And I'll be able to use that truck for other things as well. So you only 23 at this time? Yes. At this time right now, yes. Not trying to count those pennies in that jar. You have to understand, I only just started doing this, And then when I do my gifts here, I'm going to take a portion of this as well and put it into the savings as well towards the truck. I only have $23 in the savings towards the truck. Thank you for clarifying that, Lexi. Not $23 away. If I was $23 away, I'd be getting the dealership to drop the price of the truck. You know what I mean? It's $23 is nothing. It's just a process, trying to just get going on it. I do spend a lot of time on Favorited. I haven't in the past couple of days, and my people over there are probably freaking the fuck up. I'm like, where the fuck is Shaun? I'm hoping that they don't want TikTok. I'm hoping that they'll make their way over here at some point. But I'm usually on favorited. I would actually prefer to be on favorited because I'm allowed to be an adult and say whatever the hell I want to say without getting a punishment for it. Somebody was doing rugs outside my apartment over here, and I could smell it coming through my AC. And I said, "Well, somebody's doing this," and I instantly got in trouble. Thank you, Kenny. Afternoon, Kenny. Oh, I feel like shit today. I really feel like shit today. Hot one today. Really? Well, what you get for the temperature today, Kenny? Can't be anywhere close to what's going on here. Hi. You coming up to say hi? Huh? What? What? Oh, don't fall. Oh, she wasn't messing with a kitten. 91, gonna be 93. It's already upwards of 100 here. Callie might attack me here. Yeah, and it's brutal. It's brutal. It's pretty bad when it gets so fucking hot that the ACs feel like they're barely working, you know? They have those blackouts. Let's see, do you ever lose power? No, I haven't lost any power yet. Well, that I know of. Might have, I don't know. I don't have anything that will fucking sound off if it does. Your mods added me. Are they safe? I don't know who added you. I wouldn't. No. Unstable Angel? Yeah, she's fine. There are a lot of people that, I don't know. Yeah. So I'm definitely, you got to make sure that it's the real unstable too, Kenny. You know. Because people will turn around and act like they are. You know how they are on this fucking app. Yeah. Oh man, I feel like shit today. Damn. Hey DJ, thank you for calling me a piece of shit. I appreciate that. Alright, thank you. you very much. Hey, Irish. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. I don't know. I have no idea what the hell that even means. Oh man, I tell you, I'm still working on it, guys. Still working on it. Hey, thank you guys for liking the live. I appreciate that. Man, guys, I'm really sorry. I just feel like shit today. I had sour stomach. I just don't feel good today. I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here for. I just feel like pooping. I feel like a double bear. Fucking headache, sour stomach, fucking back hurts. I fucking feel like shit. I have a feeling that it's gonna be a long, long day. You know, Pickles, I'm glad you think it's funny that I'm being streamed. Why would you think it's funny? And just out of curiosity. Why is it funny that somebody else is streaming me? You think it's hilarious? Well, alright then. Well, if you think it's so fucking funny, why don't you get your little ass out of here and go over there and fucking watch it then? Instead of coming over here and running your suck over here. Piss off. I'm just gonna, clearly my mods are AFK right now, so I'm just gonna take care of this myself, for now, and put you in timeout. See, alright, I'm gonna let you guys know too, I'm probably going to be going back over the favorited, because it can be a fucking adult over there, and I don't have to worry about watching what I say, and I can really just kind of tell people where to go and how to get there and how fast I'd like them to travel to do that. Please remember the name up here, minus the emojis. That's what I am over on favorited. Wanted to make sure you guys know that, because eventually I'm just gonna go right back over there. I'd like to have my people that are over here, that are here, go over there and show the love over there, you know. A little bit more freedom, a lot more freedom. You're not like a fucking kid. You don't get punished for saying somebody's outside your apartment smoking rugs without getting a fucking punishment for it. We'll watch on favorite, yeah. I'm gonna tell you, there are so many silver boxes on here, it's not even funny. Trolls for life, yeah. Oh all them trolls belong underneath that bridge where they all belong. Get the fuck on with it. No, I have my own apartment now. I've had it for a while now, so. Hello? 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 What the fuck ever? DJ Socks. I don't know who you are, and I don't know why you're streaming me. I'm pretty sure you're doing it because you just want to be an ass. Is it because I have my tag up here? Is that why you're streaming me? Or is it because of shit that you've heard about me? So basically, I already get the gist of what you're doing, right? You are aware that I am trying to get a truck, and I am 39.77 away from it. And I already know that you're going to be bringing in all your little fucking groupies to try to start fucking with me about it, but I really don't give a fuck what y'all think. Okay? I don't care what y'all think. I'm moving forward in my life. I'm going to end up getting a truck, and I'm going to be moving out of here, and I'm going to be able to take all my stuff with me and not have to leave anything behind. I'm going to be moving into a much, much nicer place. So you can take your little stream that you got going on over there and fuck off with it, because you're just like all these other groups that are going to be talking all that shit about somebody in your stream when you have no idea what the fuck is going on with that person, right? I have no idea. Well, I kind of figured that you're going to be doing that, and just keep running and doing that, like all these other people that do it to get clout, which is what you're doing. I'm trying to get a truck. The vehicle I have now, I'm going to be giving it away to somebody. The car that I have now was given to me as a gift. I'm going to give it and pass it on to somebody else once I get my truck. Yeah, I'm going to go to a state that's not so hot, and I got to sign up. Why don't you pay for the truck yourself? You're going to ask me questions, and I think it's kind of obvious about what it is. Okay, so now I'm not able to go out and get a job. I've got a lot of medical issues that prevent that from happening. So that's just basically kind of how that is. And the sucky part about it, Martinez, unmute him. Unmute him. I was talking to that one. Yeah, I'll unmute him. I'll unmute him for now. This way, because I was actually having a conversation, asking me some questions, so I'm going to answer. No, not Mr. Pickles. Mr. Pickles can stay muted. Basically, I have a goal where I'm going to be trying to move out of where I am to a cooler environment. This excessive heat's not healthy for me. I haven't heard your story completely. I was informed to bring awareness. Okay, so I was living in a camper. I was living in a tent and in a camper when I was living in the state of Maine. And I was trying to get moving out of the state of Maine, because medical in state of Maine, yes, may be good for most people, but when transportation doesn't get you to your appointments on time, they start giving you what they call no-shows, and then you have to find another doctor and another doctor and another doctor. And it's all because transportation. They don't care. So I got tired of dealing with the doctors up there. They screwed up my surgery when I had a tumor on my adrenal gland. And I'm still suffering from that. The muscle detached from where they opened me up to get to my adrenal gland, to take the tumor off my adrenal gland. Then after that, I was healed up. It took me about 1.5 years to heal up because they left a sponge in there. My body was trying to get it out of there. So a lot of nastiness was happening. Well, I was with somebody. Her and I ended up going our own separate ways because she wanted to be with somebody else. 5 years prior to that breakup, it was just absolute torture. So while I'm living in the tent, I was able to go and get a junky ass trailer camper to live in the camper instead of the tent. And then wintertime, you seem quite healthy. Well, don't you wish that were true, huh? Look, I'm not quite healthy. I've got a lot of medical conditions, a lot of medical situations that people can't. Just because you can't see that somebody doesn't have medical issues doesn't mean that they don't have medical issues. You know, and this is one of the things that these other people are doing. They turn around, call you a scammer, and they go turn around, and then they go real life with you. And then they start destroying your family, start talking to your family, start talking about, like, these people were contacting the place where I was at to get me kicked off the fucking property. When I left the state of Maine, I got offered a place to go live. I get to that state, and it was bullshit. That this is what they do. People offered me trucks, they offered me vans, they offered me cars, and they've all been bullshit. I don't, I've had people come in and say, oh, I'm going to send you this. Oh, I sent you this, and they never did. I have people that know who I am, who've come in on a regular basis, who've watched my story from start to this point, and they know what's going on. And then you get these other people that are making money off of me because they, trash talk me. More group after more group after more group. Well, after I moved out to the state of Maine and went to this first state, I actually got hung up at my buddy's house in one state because where I was supposed to go ended up not working out. You're making money off of me right now. Congratulations, I'm fucking happy for you. I'm glad you're making money off of me. I'm glad that I can help you make money. And you can't do it on yourself. You can't do it by yourself. You have to follow somebody around knowing that they're having issues, right? But that's okay, because it's just normal for people like you, right? You say you don't know the full story, but yet you're sitting there bragging about making money off of me right now. Then I got offered a place in Virginia. That ended up being bullshit. No. I'll have a drink every once in a while, but I don't do drugs. I'm supposed to be on pain medicine for the rest of my life because of my body, but you know what? I don't take pain meds. In fact, I've stopped taking my neurological medication because I found out that you can get Alzheimer's, dementia from it. So I stopped taking that. You want to talk about stuff like that. That's exactly what it is, yeah? I stopped taking that altogether because I don't want to end up losing my fucking mind talking to somebody and then all of a sudden, the only thing I take right now is Banafin and aspirin, and I have to be on that aspirin for the rest of my life, so trust me, I'm in far worse shape than you. Well, this isn't one up. You have one up disease. if I got something, you got it 10 times worse. You know, we're not fucking measuring fucking dick size here. You feel me? What we're talking about here is you don't know anything about me, and you've got bits and pieces about me. You have brain cancer. I am sorry to hear that, and that's bad news, and that is really bad news. And I'm sorry that you're going through that, and that is fucking horrible. And I wish you wouldn't have told me that. Guys, please go ahead and put prayers in the chat for DJ Socks here. We're going to keep you in our prayers and hope that that starts getting smaller. Yeah, it is very awful. That's an understatement. I'm not going to tell you a story about one of my friends who ended up with that, because it'd just be too difficult to even try to spit it out. So basically, you know, I go from, you know, Virginia down to South Carolina. Got offered an apartment in South Carolina, went down there, and it didn't even exist. Then I got offered a room over at somebody's house in Kansas. So I drove from South Carolina all the way over to Kansas just to find out that the person was lying to me, and started yelling at me. And I said, please stop yelling at me. And then all of a sudden yelled at him more. I'm like, I'm not doing this. And I just fucking said, fuck it. Got in the car and I headed down here to Texas, where I was at a truck stop where people have contacted truck stops to get me kicked off of the property, telling them a bunch of nasty things, lies about me. I had already applied for housing in various locations in Texas. And then one day I was talking to my mom. It was like 107 degrees out, and I was freaking like, I was just having a difficult time. And I said, Mom, I said, I'm going to leave Texas. I'm probably going to leave Texas tomorrow. Yeah, they use me for entertainment. They belittle me. They talk about, you know, all kinds of negative shit, saying, you know, they're just cyber stalk or cyber bullies, and then they bring other people into it. And then they carry on. It's a massive group of them that are doing this. It's a pretty good sized group that is doing this. Unstable. Unstable. Kenny, did you send Kenny a request, a follow request? I want to make sure it was you that sent it to him. So I end up here in Texas. I said I was going to, I told my mom I'm probably going to leave the next day. 10 minutes, okay, all right, there you go, Kenny. She did send it to you. 10 minutes after I got a phone with my mother, this place called me up and said, we have a unit available. Would you like to come and look at it? And I'm like, yep. And here I am. I adopted Callie off the street. She's been in my home now for quite some time. And then I adopted a little one now, little black cat. Leona the second, brought her into the house as well. So I've got 2 cats now. My AC, I had AC in my car when they put the AC and did the AC compressor. They didn't put the power steering reservoir back where it was supposed to be, so it's free flopping, and it was rubbing on the pulley, and it pissed power steering fluid all over my AC compressor, and it burnt the clutch out on that AC compressor. So now my AC doesn't work. You know, I was unfavorited, and you know, I've been talking to my people. And I have been talking about and discussing that I really would like to get a truck, and I wasn't quite sure how I was going to do it, seeing that, you know, I've got a lot of bills that I pay here, my concern was that it just couldn't happen. Well, my mods all teamed up on me and said, go over to TikTok and start asking people for help. And I fought with them for about half hour after that, and I'm like, I really didn't want to do it. But I'm here, so I guess I tried it anyway. And I'm not blaming my mods on it. I mean, I'm blaming them for kind of giving me a push to do it. But in the end, I'm the one that hit the button to jump on here, you know. I got people that followed me from here over to when you lived in that camper. What do you mean when I lived in that camper? That was brutal. Living in that camper, I was cold all the time. I didn't have people to come over to fucking help me out. It took a lot. I had propane heat on a little heater, buddy. And I was still cold. I was freezing so bad one time, I shivered all fucking night long. And people thought that was funny. I had people coming in and telling me they hoped that I would be unalived and that would be my final resting spot in that camper. So yeah, that's that situation. So now you're pretty much caught up. So you're probably still going to keep following me around like fucking Scammy Claus and Texas Tip and Sweet and Nasty and all them other people that are fucking streaming me. I thought I was. There was no way I was going to make another winner there. No fucking way. That's why. And then when I was trying to get a truck, I couldn't because people on here were making fake accounts for trucks on Facebook and running game against me. So yeah, that's the that would be nice if I could work though. Wild. Guys, I'll be right back. Bathroom break. Told you guys I don't feel good, so I'm gonna need another bathroom. unstable. I was talking to DJ, what was his name? DJ something about that, and said he didn't know the story. And they were sent my page, admitting that he was making money off of me. Yeah, DJ something. It was just in the chat, I guess, right there. DJ Socks. He just popped in. Said he was streaming me. Can I tell you something honest? I can just imagine. Let me guess. Peekaboo? Scammy sent me because she wanted the best to take you down. Please screenshot that and get that person's tag too as well. This way I have that as proof that Scammy sent them over. FBI time. Yeah, you are aware, DJ Socks, that they have been cyber stalking and cyberbullying from the state of Maine, right? Cybercrime. You are aware of that, right? You are aware that now you're involved with what she's doing, so you're guilty by association as part of the group, as the cyber stalkers do. There is no awareness for somebody to ask for help. I use whatever I get towards what I'm supposed to be using it towards, and they portray me out to be this horrible person. Am I aware of scamming people? I've seen a lot of that going on TikTok. Me, I show what I get. You know what I mean? I let people know. People see. People helped me with that car, they knew I got that car. And I did a lot of lives in that car. He's making that up. They're too funny. Oh, I don't understand how somebody can go and be like that towards anybody. You know what I mean? I just don't understand that. There's no scam. He's telling the truth what he needs. Yeah, I do tell people the truth what I need it for. And that's what a lot of these groups do. They like that drama, and when people are talking bad about me, they start rolling it in, But it's neither here nor there, okay? I'm not here because I'm not here for them. I'm not here for anybody else but myself, okay? I'm here to try to get my stuff situated. You're 10,000% true and facts. Thank you, I appreciate that, Jersey. I am not scamming Social Security or the IRS. I mean, come on. And here it goes, and now it's going to be one of those days. So we're just going to go ahead and just, when they come in, we're just not going to respond to them anymore. This guy came in, asked questions, and told him what was going on. And then he admits that Scammy Claus sent him over to mess with me. And that right there, to me, is intent. continuing the bullshit. And I wouldn't doubt it either. You see how many followers this person had? So now that we've gotten this far, I'm going to recap. Okay, guys, I am $3,977 off from getting this truck. Please, if you send to this to the PayPal here, please make sure you send it as friends and family, and make sure in the notation you say truck fund. I will take it out of there and I will put it into the savings until I get enough to be able to get that truck. Once I get that truck, the car that I have now, I'm going to be giving it away to somebody. Not anybody on here. It's going to be somebody local who has a license, who does not have a vehicle. Because I know what it's like to not have a vehicle. And it's hot as fuck here. So, yeah. Why friends and family? Because PayPal charges a fee. And it would be better that I not have to keep being on for them to keep taking a fee off of it. You're in Canada. Scotty, I don't know who you are. Why'd you say Dad? Oh, you know what I found out, and I gotta tell you guys this too. Oh, here comes DJ Socks again. I'm back like a bad habit. Well, whatever. So apparently guys of my age on here are called Dad, or Gramps for older, or Mom. So that's kind of you know, what I'm gathering off here. Kenny, do not respond. Do not respond to that. Or Uncle. Yeah, Uncle's another one. Yeah. And when people are coming in calling me Dad, I was getting agitated because I have my children. They call me Dad, you know. And I don't know all the lingo on here either, you know. Like somebody said something about edging, and I'm thinking to myself, like, what the fuck does that mean? So I'm asking people what the hell that means, and no one would tell me. And so I looked it up and found out that that is pretty fucked up. I found out that it was pretty fucked up. So I was like, interesting. Oh, I wonder who's trying to get into the box here. Wonder who's trying to get in the box. Let me see who's trying to get in the box. Oh, Silver Fox is trying to get in the box. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Don't know about that. It'd be my luck that this person, Silver Fox, comes in and starts saying some nasty shit to try to get my stream shut down. So no, ain't gonna happen, Captain. No, that is not my old mod. No. Yeah, the person's Silver Fox. Yeah, just came in and tried to get in the box. Should I let the Silver Fox in? Because if they say something raunchy, people are just going to report that person, and they're going to like click on it and report that person for inappropriate shit. Fox is a great guy. Debbie Lou. You already know. Oh man. Let Fox up. Why? Is there like some kind of shady shit going on? Probably watch. Alright, go ahead, Silver Fox. Is there like some kind of shady shit going on? Probably watch. Alright, go ahead, Silver Fox. Let's see what you got to say. I'm gonna make sure that I'm able to fucking kick you out if you say anything ridiculous.
How you doing, buddy?
Not too bad, man. Just please be respectful in the chat.
What makes you think I'm gonna be respectful? I'm a good man. I don't get on people.
All right, I appreciate that.
But
How's it been?
nothing. I just had. I'm an older gentleman myself. Worked 47 years as a plant manager and run a multi-million-dollar company. Worked my ass off. Didn't kill me. But I just want to ask you one question. I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna be very respectful about it. Okay?
Okay.
And you can answer me if you want to. If you don't want to, that's fine too. You sat there all day long behind a microphone talking to people, right?
Yeah. Well, not every day, but
Well, but biggest part of the day anyway, right? Or the week. Well, my question is, how come you can't stand at a drive-through and say, "Welcome to McDonald's"?
because standing long periods of time causes excessive pain to my body.
They
I
give you a
have
stool.
I
They're begging for help.
I had a tumor on my adrenal gland,
I got
and
you.
they did surgery with me. There was a
I
six
got you.
centimeter tumor on my adrenal gland. When they took it out, they left sponge in me. But right after surgery, one of the little new trainee people hit the button on the bottom of the bed and caused the bed to kind of drop down. Me being a large guy, when that happens, instinctively I tighten up because I've broken many chairs in my life. So I thought I broke the bed, and I tightened up, and that muscle got re-separated from the, cutting me open like this, and refused to bring me back into surgery.
All right,
During
I got you.
surgery, I had a lot of complications, and they refused to bring me back into surgery because of those complications. Later on down the road, I still hadn't healed up and I still hadn't closed up yet. And they were trying to figure out why. I was like, I feel that there's something in there. And their exact words were, no, you can't feel anything in there. We've cut nerves there. And I said, well, there's something in there. And they didn't do anything about it. Finally, you have the irrigations. I filled it up with this solution that they gave me. Some, little blue containers, got like bleach in it and water in it. And I just filled up that irrigation, put it on one side, and I squished and squished and squished, and out popped a sponge. Went in. About 2-3 days later, the hole started closing up, and I started to heal proper. But that muscle's no longer attached. They would not bring me back into surgery. Since I've been here in Texas, I've also talked to doctors about it. And there's nothing that we can do about it. I said, you can't like re-slide that muscle and put it back where it's supposed to be. There's nothing that we can do about it. It's curled up on itself. That's it. You're stuck like that for the rest of your life. When you don't have all your abdominal muscles working and being in their proper spot, it starts causing havoc for everything else in your body. If your core strength is not there, your body starts to go in directions that it shouldn't be. You start getting more back pain. I've already got back problems. I was in many different car accidents. It just, if I'm walking, I cannot walk a straight line if it would just save my life. I can't, every once in a while I'll be sitting here. This is why I keep my elbows on my knees, because every once in a while my body will go like this, and I have no control over that. It's that muscle on my right side that's no longer attached, and it's creating havoc. And people don't realize that standing for an extended period of time, it fucking hurts, because all my other muscles are trying to keep my body straight. Doing any kind of lifting or anything like that causes pain. Going shopping, holding onto that cart, pushing the cart for shopping, loading the groceries into the cart, moving anything. If I have to move something that's heavy, I have to have somebody help me out with it, or I drag it across the house or wherever it needs to go. So a lot of people don't realize that, and they try to tag on me about it, and just putting me down and putting me down and putting me down. We'll go get a job. I'd love to be able to work. Me personally, I love working because it gives me something to do all day long, and I don't have to worry about it.
You don't think you can find something sitting down somewhere? I mean, you'd rather be sitting somewhere getting paid.
I have a learning disability, so learning how to, I'm not a great reader. I'm not a strong reader. So doing anything along the lines with computers or calling people up to try to get them to sign up for stuff, I'm just not that. I'm not gonna call people up and harass people to sign up for something. I get calls like that all day long, and it drives me up a wall. I'm not gonna do that towards other people and talk people into buying something that they don't want. Standing up, working in the kitchen is you just don't understand. Everybody seems to think, hey, well, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. You're not. You don't have my body. You don't know what I go through on a regular basis. I have polycythemia vera. I have neurological issues. I'm in pain every day, all day, nonstop. I don't take pain meds. I don't want to be a part of that statistic where I start getting hooked on it and then my entire life is destroyed because I have to have it. People don't see that. I've seen it. I was with somebody who used medications on a regular basis excessively, and I don't ever want to be doing that. I don't want to look like that. I want to enjoy my life and remember what's going on around me and not nodding off and burning the shit out of my legs because I've got all this. The people are sitting here calling me a liar. They don't know me. Nobody knows me really. I come in, and when I say I'm trying to get help with something, I'm going to keep trying to get help to get something. If I'm trying to get a truck so I can move and start doing what I need to do, people are telling me get a job, get a job, get a job. Well, once I move and I can use a garage, I'm going to start doing epoxy. But I can go at my pace, I can go at my speed, and I'll have the ability to move things around. People are, oh, epoxy's so heavy. Well, guess what? I'm not going to be picking it up and throwing it over my fucking shoulder. It's going to be small projects. People, and that's how I'm going to make my own money. That's what I'm going to do. People want to sit there and dog on me about it. They're going to continue to dog on me about it, regardless of what I say.
No, I'm not gonna dog on you about it. I mean, that's your business.
I
If
got
you
people. I
do
got
that,
people coming in here. I got people coming in here and calling me a piece of shit and all this and all that and all this. But look, I'm just trying to survive here. I'm trying to make my way to do something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. I just don't have the ability to do it at this time. It's goals. I have goals, and I'm a Capricorn. And you probably don't believe in that whole Capricorn thing, but when I work, I'm a hard worker. And if I'm doing my own thing and starting my own epoxy stuff, I'm going to continue to do that. That is something that I'm going to enjoy doing, and I can make some good amount of money for it. People want to sit there and, well, you got to do this and you got to do that, and well, I'm trying. Can only go so far.
I'm just curious. I just come up as man to man, just to ask you a question.
I appreciate you being respectful, coming in here and just asking questions, being respectful about it.
My daughter went to work at 15 years old at McDonald's while she was in school.
I worked at the Golden Rooster in Saco, a restaurant. I was the prep cook. I loved it. I had so much fun doing that. The one thing I didn't like to do though is getting all the scrambled eggs ready. Getting that mix up. It was a fucking pot this big, and there must have been 500-600 eggs inside that pot, and then they had to turn around and mash them and stir them up and add the milk and all that shit to get her going.
I try to raise my daughter up to nobody's going to give you anything. You're going to have to work for it. I didn't give her everything, which I could have if I wanted to, but no, that's not the way I come up, and that's not the way I brought her up.
The most help I've ever had in my entire life was on TikTok to get my car.
Yeah.
And once I get my truck, I'm giving this car away. It was a gift to me. I'm going to gift it to somebody else. I had a generator.
Can I ask you what state you're in? I mean, you don't have to tell me. I don't care.
I'm in Texas. Okay.
I tell you what I can do for you. If you come to North Carolina, I can put you to work for $20 an hour tomorrow. I promise you that.
$20 an hour.
40 hours a week. I mean, that's the start. I mean, that's no experience whatsoever. It's not hard work, and I mean, it's $20 an hour to start. And some of this one particular business, top pays somewhere around $40, close to it, 38, $39, something like that.
What is it like? What is it like? Yard work? You
No,
gotta.
it's not yard work. It's inside. It's a big air conditioned plant, but they do work 40 hours a week, and sometimes 45, 48 hours a week. But
See where I'm trying to get to is the opposite direction from North Carolina. Don't get me wrong, North Carolina is a beautiful state. I was down there for a little bit when I was seeing somebody. But I was in South Carolina. My car got stoved up because of bad road
yeah.
courtesy.
Well, I'm retired, but I still have a lot of connections with a lot of my old friends in business, and they're constantly asking me, you know anybody that needs a job? Anybody wants to go to work? Because I'm going to tell you something, the last 15 years, you can't get these young kids to work. They just won't work. I mean, I don't know what, I guess they're waiting on their parents' inheritance. I don't know what they're doing, but, and I mean, they're begging for help around here.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, though, is like I said, well, you were saying that it's inside job. I'm not sure what you're talking about and what kind of work it is. I am limited, and I don't move very fast. I have other medical conditions that also kind of mess up my ability to maintain that proper pathway. So if it has anything that like a dangerous situation with any sharp objects that maybe or may not be laying around on anything to do with something that can suck you in and cut your limbs off. I have vertigo along with my muscle not being attached, so it's I would be a hazard on job sites. And I used
Yeah, I
to work
got
at a bottle redemption, and then
I
before I
got you.
had my surgery.
All right, buddy. Look, I'm gonna get out of here. I appreciate you letting me come up. I was just curious. I mean,
Thank you very much for being respectful in the box. I do appreciate that.
all right, buddy. You have a good afternoon.
You too. Don't I wish that my body was in better condition? Okay, to answer your question about the truck, the reason why I'm trying to get a truck when I have a car is because when I move, I have to be able to. I want to bring my belongings with me. I have two cats now. I've got Callie, and then I've got Liana here, and I'm not leaving them behind. My car does not have AC. Traveling with no AC, with animals in a crate, it's just not good for them. Me, with rolling down the window, I might lose stuff out the window. I just don't have enough room in the car to be able to have a cat carrier along with my belongings, which I also have more now than I did when I first moved in here. What was the job? He never said. It's okay. He didn't have to say. That's okay. No, it is not. It is not cheaper to rent a U-Haul truck. A lot of people say that, but you have to figure the mileage that I have to travel from here to where I'm going. You get charged X amount of whatever for the mileage, each mile that you have to pay for. Plus, you have to pay for the truck each day, and it's going to take a few days for me to get to where I'm going. Plus, you have to pay for putting gas into that truck. Plus, you have to put gas into that truck before you drop it off to put it back at where it was at when you got the truck. And then it just the costs build up. These are fees that get added in, and I can't do that. Traveling and just in fuel alone would diminish. So that's just not something that I'm gonna do. Again, what am I gonna do here? You want me to give up my vehicle to rent a truck, and then what? Jeez, come on, guys, come on. I'm just trying to get a truck. I need to get a truck, so it's a good sized truck. It's a 4-door truck. It's got a bed on the back. It's got AC in it. It's got plenty of room. I'll be able to get all my stuff into the truck and move it all at the same time, and still be able to use the truck later on for other stuff, for supplies and epoxy and stuff like that. So that's different. That's different. Okay. So apparently a lot of y'all aren't thinking about the way this works. I want you to stop and think about the question you just asked. Obviously, I'm going to need to put fuel in the truck when I go. However, the truck will be mine, and I don't have to worry about paying each mile. I won't have to worry about paying for the truck each day as the rental cost. I won't have to worry about putting extra fuel into the truck that's not already going to be in there. So the problem with that is having my own truck is cheaper than renting a truck, and everybody in the world knows that. It doesn't make any sense of what you're saying here about that. I'm not selling the car, I'm giving the car away. I've already made that decision. I'm just going to give it away. It was a gift to me. It was to help me out, and I'm just going to give the car away. There are a couple of people around here that have their license but no vehicle. I know what it's like to not have a vehicle and try to go shopping, and you can only get a little bit at a time because it's just too much weight to carry back, and it's Texas heat. At least if they had the car, they'd be able to go there and back a lot quicker than walking in, having the sun beating down on their body. I have no idea what that even means over here. It all depends how far you're going. That's true. And it's not close. It's not close. I'm going to be closer to Maine. I'm going to be a lot closer to Maine. So that gives you a rough idea of about distance, and it is a distance. It's going to take me a few days to get there. It's going to take me a few days because I'm not going to be driving at nighttime, but now, Lisa, again, what it sounds like to me is you just don't listen to the things that are being said. You have a one-track mind, as you always do. You see things in just your light and nobody else's explanation. You see it just one way. It's a two-way street here, okay? You're sitting there, you sound like a lot of excuses. You can keep believing that. However, we're not going to keep engaging with you on this if you people are going to keep doing that. It's saying stuff like that and acting like that, not really looking at the full picture about it. See, I don't just look at like right now and okay. I look from here all the way to my ending goal. I'm already looking at everything in between and how I want to do it. This is how I want to do it. This is how I have to do it to make sure that I succeed the proper way. And that's what I'm doing. I've already seen the end result of what I want to do. I've imagined it the whole way. So, people want to keep saying, oh, you don't want to work, you don't want to work. That's not true. I have a lot of medical conditions that prevent me from being a non-hazard on the job. And insurance companies will not insure somebody in their company if they have excessive medical issues because they're considered a liability. Because insurance companies don't want to pay out if an accident happens. So that's how that is. Anyway. Oh, they watch him go from here back to his live. Yeah, it's fine. It is what it is. He was respectful in here. I don't know what he says to me over there. He sounds an awful lot like Ding Ding, doesn't he? Like he sounds like Ding Ding. I used to go in there and watch Ding Ding's live all the time. But I stopped watching his live quite a while ago. Got tired of seeing Doug on his screen. He does. He sounds like Ding Ding. He really does. I'm telling you. Okay, so answer me this. You seen his live? Is he sitting back like this and you can see the TV on the wall? And do you hear a woman every once in a while in the background? If you do, that's probably Mrs. Ding Ding. Most of the people who go in... Oh, that's probably why. That's probably why he's over here watching me now. It's because people from Scammy Claus sent him over to try to take me down. Because Scammy Claus has tried her best to try to take me down herself, and there's no reason for it. Look guys, a lot of you already know that I use the funding for what I need to use the funding for. Scammy Claus is just a salty bitch. She don't give a fuck. When you step up to Scammy Claus, she starts stomping on you. You know, it's just fucked up, you know. They need to push the fuck on and get on with it. And here we go with Dean as well. Dean is a crooked dude too. Y'all just haven't seen it yet. He's very good. He's very good. Had me going for over a year thinking that he was my fucking friend when he was lying to me the entire time. I've already set my mind up about him. Fucking helped that dude out so many times, man. What a fucking joke. What a fucking joke. But anyway, moving the fuck on. So I'm trying to get my truck. I'm going to touch on this again. And I will periodically throughout the day here. I'm trying to get a truck. It's a 4-door truck. It's got 4-wheel drive. Where I'm going, it snows. So I don't want to be stuck in the snow banks with my car. That's not the real reason why I want the truck either. The real reason why I want the truck is so I can bring my stuff with me, bring my 2 cats with me, and start eventually doing my epoxy stuff, start making tables and art and stuff like that with it, and start selling that to make money to push forward in my life. People are always telling me, get a job, get a job, get a job. Well, I'm trying to start my own. People can judge me about it all they want. They can say whatever the fuck they want to say about me. I frankly don't give a shit, because not everybody's going to like me. And I just found that a lot of people that come my way are people that are trying to, resistance to stop goals from happening. And that just means that it's just another test that God's putting me through. It's exactly what it is. And I can make it through this regardless of what anybody else says, you know. You have to go eat lunch and be back later. All right, well, you go enjoy your lunch. People think that everybody that does with bipolar, people think that every time I come on here and ask for help, like, I ask for help for food. People help me for food. People save my life on it. People help me get this car. People are like, sell the car and put it towards the truck. No, it was a gift to me. I'm going to give it off to somebody else. That's what I've been saying since I said, once I get another vehicle, once I get a truck, I'm going to be giving this away. It's the honorable thing to do. It was a gift to me. I'm going to gift it to somebody else, just like I did with the generator. My daughter needed a generator, so I gave it to her. You know, and then they turned around and said that I charged my daughter for the generator. Okay. You know, it's one of those things where, you know, people like to cause problems for people that are trying to move. They have a name. I would have to see. I would have to see if it's like screen, like the background. I'm not hearing any talking except for me. Hmm. There's a bit of an echo on his mic. I don't know if you noticed that. Um, but hmm. it sounded. I don't know. It does sound like a couple of people, but it really does sound like ding ding. To be honest with you, he has it set up that way. Try to mask his voice, maybe, or to let people know that it's him talking and not the person that's in there. Nah, whatever. Um, and the thing about it is though is like the whole like that whole thing about that FBI thing. That and then offering me a job that kind of threw me off a little bit. Like $20 an hour, I can get you a job $20 an hour tomorrow, and then it changed to I have connections. You know, like I'm retired, but I have connections. So you know, yeah, no. And I'd be a hazard on the site. I'm better off just doing my own thing and doing epoxy by myself. That way, if something happens to me, it's my own fucking fault, and nobody has to worry about it. You know what I mean? If I'm on a site and my body decides to go somewhere else and I get hurt, their insurance company gonna pay for it. That's just facts. That's just facts. If I'm on the clock, the company's responsible for me. That's it. It's the whole point of having the insurance on it. Now, I wouldn't pass the fucking physical anyway, so I'm not even going to attempt to do something like that. But I can try to do it myself. Stop making my own money my own way doing epoxy. Well, people don't like that. People like to try to take control over it. Hey, well, you can do this and you can do that. And, oh, well, I'm in rough shape, and you're in rough shape. I'm sorry you're in rough shape, but I'm not you. You know, if you want to run your body into the ground working for a company that don't give a fuck about you, that's your own fucking problem. I The second a boss yells at me is the second I lose my shit and start swinging. I will not put up with bosses yelling at me. Not at all. I'll turn around, walk right the fuck up, be like, you know what? Fuck you, man. I'm out of here. I don't do well with asshole bosses. You want your fucking shit done right, you gotta be nice to your employees. If you're not nice to your employees, you don't deserve to be a boss. There's a time and a place to be nice, and there's a time and a place to not be so nice. If other people are at risk of getting injured because of somebody else is doing, that's when you're like, hey, come here for a minute. I want to tell you, I want to talk to you about something. Of course, Gamey Claus be over there. Of course, Gamey Claus would be over there. Why wouldn't she be? And she sits there and tells me that I stalk her. She fucking has somebody coming after me because she said they go after Shaun. You know, she is a fucking piece of work. She is a piece of work. Bunch of low-life fucking people. And Scammy Claus is over at this dude, yeah, Silver Fox. I think it's Ding Ding, honestly. I think it's fucked up, is what I think. I think it's fucked up, but whatever. Moving on. We're done fucking talking about people that are just gonna keep doing what they're gonna be doing. They're gonna keep doing it regardless anyway. Here, hold on a minute. I gotta do something. When people turn around and talk about me having smokes and having an adult beverage, what the fuck does that have to do with the price of rice in Japan? Like, I have goals that are set for specific things, and this goal is set specifically for a truck. There ain't gonna be nothing else gotten with it. It's gonna be just the truck. That's what this is what this is about, is to get the truck. Ding Ding is not, DJ is not Ding Ding. They sound nothing alike. Obviously you don't know them. Okay. Well, Kimmy, go back over to that. Go back over to your house. It was speculation, wondering. If it's not Ding Ding, it's not Ding Ding. Right? So, you know, thank you. Thank you for taking care of that issue right now. So anyway, so like I was saying, I am trying to get a truck. I am $3,977 to go for it. If you send to my PayPal here, please make sure you do friends and family so PayPal doesn't charge me a fee, and make sure you put in a notation for truck fund or truck fund, and then I'll put that into my savings for the truck fund. Anyway, if anybody sends to the PayPal, it's going to go automatically over to the truck fund anyway. I'm not scamming anybody, Chris. You know, and that's what I don't get is you don't know me. You have people that turn around in these groups that sit there and intentionally sabotage people's lives. For instance, belittling somebody, talking bad about somebody, calling people scammers. You're spitting lies to people. I don't scam people. I ask people for help. If you guys want to say it's e-begging, dry begging, whatever you want to call it, you're going to call it whatever you're going to call it anyway, because you don't approve of it. Heaven, God forbid that you need help. God forbid that you need help. Because all y'all that end up needing help later on down the road, you know, you might have to suffer the same fucking fate as what you're pushing off to other people, if not worse. So, you know, do you guys, is this where you want to be when Jesus comes back? You know, that's your choice. That's your decisions. The people who know who I am, and they know that I'm not what anybody's saying. There's just a group of people that got together to intentionally sabotage people. That's what they do. And it's fucking sickening. I can understand, like, if I'm trying to get, if I say I'm trying to get a truck and then I turn around and go out and buy a fucking plane, you know, that would absolutely be not using what the funding's for. You know, that's a given. Or as people are watching other people for buying a cow that can't show that proof that they bought that cow. That I understand. You know, that's a big fucking purchase. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I have a car. However, I have enough stuff now to where I wouldn't be able to fit it all in the car. And when I move, I have two cats. I've got Callie here, and then I have Liana over here. Oh, we have bush people here now. So yeah. Oh, you're saying that DJ guy's FBI for the internet, FBI for internet? Oh, that's good then, because then he needs to kind of pick up and see how long Scammy Claus has been cyber stalking me and all the videos that she posted, cyberbullying, and then intentionally having other people involved, and actually get the full evidence on it and make the decision then. He's retired, so he's not FBI. I don't believe that. I think you're blowing smoke, honestly. I don't believe that he's former FBI. I don't think he's part of the FBI at all. So, just to say, I'm not going to believe what people are saying about other people. He's relatively new coming in here. What I've gathered so far, I don't believe that he's FBI. So yes, he is. Wait, they're saying that you're FBI, former FBI. So, you know, come on now. Hi, Bina. All right, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna take a break from talking about this. My daughter's in the chat now, and she doesn't need to be stressed out about this. So that's what we're gonna do here. How you doing, Bina? Enjoying your day, are you? Are you enjoying your day? Good. It's fucking hot here. I tell you what, it is hot here. Yeah, AC's kind of struggling today. It's pretty hot there too, yeah. I noticed it's been pretty hot across the country. It's been hot across the country. Everybody's experienced some fucking heat. But yep. I am 3,977 away from my goal of getting that truck. So that's a plus, right? That's a bonus. You're making food. What are you making? What are you making? Oh, don't tell me. French fries. Hold on. French fries and chicken fingers. No, oh, okay. Root beer float. Mac and cheese. No, mac and cheese. Let me guess. Hold on. I'm thinking Kraft. You're making Kraft mac and cheese right now. I'm a Velveeta mac and cheese guy. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go check the mail here in a minute. I should probably go check the mail right now. Thank you guys for liking the live. I appreciate that. So yes, I'm being invited to co-host with creators, and that's just not gonna happen. Sorry, not sorry. I thank you very much for the gift up here. Tapping that screen helps out a little bit, you know. Or should I say a lot? Kind of gets me out there. But yeah. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go check my mail real quick, and then I'll be right back in. Shouldn't take me that long. Yeah, not right. I'm just gonna stop her. Now, don't you be trying to run up and go to the door now. Hello. How you doing, Chuck? Oh man. Let's see. Did I miss anything while I was gone? Yes, you didn't make make it shiny star. Aww. Aww. You know, it's always the ones that have like the really cool names that are the assholes. You know, Scotty, don't you be fucking around with my people in here. Roddy mom's allowed in here and hasn't done anything that's been degrading or disrespectful. So don't you be doing that shit. She's not good people, bro. I've known about her for a while, and she hasn't done anything that I've seen so far. So you know, take a deep breath and relax for a minute. Yeah, over a year, huh? Not over a year. You started watching me when I was around when I first started doing this. You had a different name, but I mean, let's see. Using a different pasta instead of the thin noodle. Using elbow. Good idea. Good idea. Don't. I tried this before. Don't try it. It's not that great. You know the spiral noodle, the multiple different color spiral noodle. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't use that to make mac and cheese with. Unless it's a spicy macaroni. Unless it's a spicy mac. Like pasta salad noodle. Yes, the spiral noodles. Yeah. You like spiral though? Now, I'm talking about like the ones that have the multicolors. They don't taste right. Regular spiral noodle, yeah, they'll be alright. No, well, you might like it. You try it. You know, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. So why do all these people pick out any question? Why do all people pick on you? You're asking the wrong person. I have no idea. It's you know I'm going to tell you I've been people's scapegoat pretty much my whole life. So this is nothing new to me. This is nothing new to me. I'm used to it now. You know. Curious you've never watched. Well, you're asking the wrong person. I don't know why they do what they do. I don't know why they decided to go real life with it. Because I asked people for help, they went real life with it, and that's what they do. They intentionally sabotage people, post nasty things about people, say lies and bullshit about people, and then get a bunch of people against you. You know, they make coffee mugs with my image on it, and make money off of my fucking the garbage pail AI remake of my face. You know, this is just kind of what people do. You know what I mean? So it's kind of strange. Um, and then of course, then I get a message saying, "Did you see this?" Like, yeah, I know about it. You know, that's when I had my tag is no games. You know, there's still no games, but still, you know. You know, it's just you know I can understand you know if they had like they're salty about something, like these people that are salty about something, and they think that anybody who asks for help is begging, beggar, and it's always the people who have shit. It's always people who have shit are the ones that do this shit to people. People who don't have stuff, you got the fucking wealthy people picking on the people who don't have shit. You know, so it just kind of goes to show you where their mindset's at. They got the money, so they think they can do whatever the fuck they want to do and say whatever the fuck they want to say because they have money. You know, their concept is I've got money. I mean, I can say whatever the fuck I want to say. I don't give a shit. If I want to go on vacation, I can go on vacation. If I want to help you out, I could, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna shit on you instead. Well, you know, saying that, you know. Okay, when you say not just saying, not just wondering, not being mean, that if you're trying to, I didn't even get to read it. Um, you know, you don't apologize for something and then say but right after it because you just cancel off that sorry that you just put out. So it's a fake apology. And that's just how that is, you know. You want to apologize about something, you say, I'm sorry. You don't add but at the end of it. Scammy Claus sent him after me. He came right in and said Scammy Claus sent him out to take me down. So yeah, yeah. But it's that's neither here nor there. You know, I have a goal. Um, Trying to hit my goal to get this truck so I can get on my way and get shit situated. I got a couple more days before I get my application for the new place. I'll get it all situated. Oh fuck! I forgot you was in here. We weren't supposed to be talking about this while you're in here. Well, we're gonna have to hold off on it. Oh, okay. So now they're sending people over here to come fuck with me. Fucking shocker. Yeah. Okay. So Scammy Claus had talked to somebody and have them come over to start harassing me, which I'm being streamed by his live right now. You came on. You're on your own. Well, are you from that side? If you behave yourself, you can stick around. But the second you start being disrespectful, the second you fly out that door, you know. I was in his live watching, but I came here on my own. Oh, okay. So yeah, to kind of fill you in on what's going on. So yeah, the Scammy Claus had talked to somebody to come in to start trying to take me down. Because Scammy Claus has been trying to take me down for a while now by spreading rumors and lies about me. She says she doesn't do that, but she does. And, you know, she doesn't own up to her shit that she does. And guarantee you she's going to say, oh, and what did I lie about? People who have watched my stream before and, you know, heard it come out of her mouth, and then later on she retracted that statement by saying, I never said that. Oh, well, yeah, you did. Her turning around telling people I'm a scammer, that's a lie, right? Let's see. Told her she has to answer to God one day. Yep, that's exactly what it is. And you know, I say that all the time too. It's not me you have to. It's not me you have to answer to. It's God you have to answer to. No, you know, people that turn around and automatically assume that every woman that come in here and talk to me is my girlfriend. You guys are fucking got something loose. You feel me? You know. But anyway, but like I was saying, you know, they send people over. They find people to come in and harass. So now instead of it being just like Scammy Claus, Texas Tiff, Sweet and Nasty, now there's more. Yeah, Bina, you went into Scammy Claus's live when she had my picture up, and it was just a disgusting picture. She belittles people. She puts people down. She talks about their body. She body shames them. Oh, he ain't got no neck. Where did his neck go? And laugh about it. And they think it's okay. She is a bully. She absolutely is a bully. And you know, the thing about it is though, is people that do this, the stuff that they're doing are people who have had to suffer in their life by the hands of a bully in school, and they figure, hey, wait, you know what? It's my turn to kind of push people around, and they do that. And then when you call them out on it and you start talking shit to them, they get even worse. And then they start bringing other people in because they can't do it on their own. They got to bring other people in. One of Scammy Claus's accounts got permanently shut down because she was bullying and cyber stalking, and the system fucking finally figured it out. This is exactly what she was doing, you know, and that's just kind of how it is. It won't stop. It will continue to stop. It won't stop. It'll continue going regardless. And that's just kind of how it is, you know. But as we move on from this, you know, people are going to realize, you know, at some day, at some point, people are going to be doing what they're going to do, you know. Guys, don't forget to double tap that screen. Don't forget to double tap that screen, please. And here comes Big Jim as well. All I showed was my hair. I just got done. Oh yeah, you didn't know that they say that you're just as disgusting as I am. That nasty person, which I thought was kind of funny because you know it's all about that fucking mouse print thing. Your ex from NC is here. I don't believe you. Do you have Venmo? No, I do not. I have PayPal. You know, yeah, we can go ahead and take care of that person. That person's been part of them groups for a while. Well, it was a lot better when you weren't coming in and harassing with all kinds of your names that you've been kicked out for. Uh, this is the real Big Jim. Well, I keep sending them out anyway, so. But anyway, oh yeah, I gotta. Hi NC lady, I miss you for real. NC lady? Who the fuck are you guys talking about? That sassy. No, Sassy's not allowed in here. All she does is fucking run her little fucking her liquor. But anyways, so yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting for that dude to turn around and say, "Oh, I can get you a job in North Carolina." Oh man, yeah. What a guy that fucking suffers from a bunch of fucking body issues. And, let's go put him to work in a fucking factory. And so, yeah. Hey, I don't think he realizes how many people have fucking tried to. DJ is Damn Bobby. Oh my god. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I've heard what Damn Bobby sounds like. It don't sound like Damn Bobby. Barbie, I don't know why. See, and this is another rumor that got spread. This is another rumor that got spread around from them fucking groups. A fucking another lie. So Barbie, do me a solid and go play in traffic, right? Go count mufflers, low rider mufflers on the highway doing 90 miles an hour. Fucking people, man. Like the rumors after rumors after rumors after rumors and lies after lies after lies after lies. That's a part of that whole fucking group over there. Letting it go on. Knowing it's not true. And just letting it go on. My nephew has mental illness. He got diagnosed with MR. He doesn't tell the truth about anything. He lies about every single thing to get clout and to get friends. People in the family don't even talk to him anymore because of the lies that he spits. We all cut him out of our lives. Oh, so they're telling them over there that it's not true. Thank you. Whoever's saying over there that thing is not true, I appreciate you saying that. Still doesn't change the fact that y'all keep fucking with my life. And just let me fucking try to get my shit situated. You guys gotta keep on fucking harassment on it, man. That just shows you right there that, Hopefully you got a screenshot of that. Of them saying that. What do you mean I'm not living my own life? I am living my own life. It's just other people that try to dictate where my life goes. And it doesn't matter what anybody else is saying about me. I have goals, My goal is to get this truck so I can eventually be able to move into a new place, which I'm still waiting for that application to come in. They are paying it for you. I don't understand what you're saying. Your goal is others to fund you. No, my goal is to get a truck so I can get my stuff and move when I need to move, when it's time to move. Because I got an application coming into the mail this week that I'm going to fill out and send back out. I'm getting the fuck out of this heat. I'm getting the fuck out of this heat. We're not going to keep naming out people's names. I'm not going to be trying to promote that location there. I'm sure somebody in the chat will say it. I live in Texas. I sure do. And I don't want to live in Texas anymore. What do you mean I can do something? You sit there and you say you can do something, but you know, you don't know the whole situation. I mean, I know you're trying to like give that word of encouragement to, hey, go get a job, go do this and go do that and go do this. Well, I'm trying to get a truck. I'm trying to move, and then I'm going to be doing epoxy. So I'm going to have my own thing to do. I'll be doing it for myself. Bring in some money for myself, making things and getting things on, and I will make sure that I got it on here too, so people can see me do it. You know. I want to do it here, favorited, and YouTube all at the same time, or maybe one time, one another time, and one another time. I'm gonna tell you, I'm from Maine, so I went from having the temperatures up there coming down here, and I'm like, what the fuck happened? What the fuck happened? Yeah. Yeah, I figured that's why you. I figured that's why you booted him. Damn, Bobby just popped in. You coming in for peace, Bobby? Really? That never happens with you ever. I don't believe you. Another problem. Yeah. Yeah. But again, I don't know if I. Yeah. I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna recap again. I probably should do it like maybe once an hour. I'll get Scooby Doo out of here too. Okay, so $3,977 to go on my truck goal. If you do send, please go ahead and send it to the PayPal friends and family, and please notate that when you do that in the note or the little chat thing, to send a message along with it that you say truck fund. Even if you don't put it on there and somebody sends it to there, the reason why I want the truck fund put on there is so I'm aware of who sent it. So then later on, you know, if you know something happens, which I don't think it will anyway, but at least I'd be able to send it back if I wasn't able to accommodate a truck, which I'll be able to. But it's just so I have it for my record. So yeah. Please send, make sure it's friends and family so I don't get a charged a fee. Notate that, hey, you know, this is truck fund, and that's basically what's going on. Now carrying on with the conversation. Listen to the recording. He says, hey, Bobby, and give him 5 minutes to make one up. Wait, what? Shaun is short circuiting. We have a snitch over here. Big Jim's over there. Here we go. Oh, of course, TY's over there. That was cool that they put on here. TY actually said, no, that's not true. He did nothing to his sister. That is a lie. Years later. To me, I'm all eyes, Mom. Oh my God, Big Jim goes, it's all bullshit. You did wrong on that one there, bub. That's just fucking funny as fuck right there. Whoever just sent that, it's not gonna be beer money. That is going into the truck fund. 39, 72. 39.72. 39.72. I'm gonna go put that in the savings right now. Where's the door? Oh, yeah. Yeah, but anything that I get sent to the PayPal is going directly into the savings. Transfer to savings. I've got $23.24 in there right now. Adding the $5 into it brings it to, transferring it in there now. I'm not going to disclose who it was, but thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's a little bit closer. So the number's going down. And now I have $28.24 in the account for the savings. So thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you doing that. That'll go towards, that's definitely going towards the truck. So now I'm down to $3,972 to go on my goal. It's going down, and that's a plus. I'm happy that it's going down. Also, gifts that I get in here, when cashed out, there's going to be a good portion of it going into, of course, minus, some stuff for food if I have to get food. But the rest of it's going to go into the funding for the truck. Well, that's good. All right, who's trying to get in the box here? I'm just curious. Let's see who's trying to get into the box. Unstable. You can't say anything though, okay? Don't say nothing. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Make sure your camera's not on. Don't say nothing. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Make sure your camera's